Jonas Vingegaard is in charge. Celine Leban on site here at the Criterium du Dauphiné, stage 5. And it's Jonas Vingegaard winning the stage and taking the race leader's yellow jersey on what was a medium mountain stage, even before we get to the big mountains to come this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today's Thursday, and it's a day of celebration for the Danish rider. We had an early group of riders escaping in today's stage. That didn't matter, 191 kilometers to go, but as we got towards the last two climbs, and especially the final climb, the Côte d'Izzy, things were coming back together. EF Education was starting to set up things for Richard Carapaz. We saw Jumbo-Visma at the front, and then right towards that base of the final climb, it was Soudal Quickstep who was working for Julian Alaphilippe, stage winner the other day. On the climb, Mikkel Berg suffered a mechanical crash, and there was no way he was going to keep the yellow jersey today, unfortunately for him. But it was a day for Denmark because it was Jonas Vingegaard who had plans in mind. EF Education was working hard. Richard Carapaz attacked out of the bunch. It was Jonas Vingegaard was the only rider who was able to follow him. Back behind, we saw Ben O'Connor riding well. We saw Adam Yates, UAE Team Emirates. That's the team captain, the British rider. But those two up front, Carapaz, Vingegaard, they had a gap until finally Carapaz couldn't hold on. 15.8 kilometers to go in the race. Jonas Vingegaard solo over the top of the climb, and at one point he has around 40 seconds on the group. He's running a single chain ring up front, and it's working out well for him. At the finish line, he's coming in 31 seconds on the group behind, and in the group behind, what was happening? Well, a lot of movement. Ben O'Connor, as I said, was riding well. The Australian from Team AG2R, Julian Alaphilippe, was there riding well. Today, Enric Mas was there doing well. We saw Egan Bernal, who's trying to get that place in the Tour de France, former Tour de France winner who's had bad luck in the last years. He attacked with 7 kilometers to go. It looked great, but it didn't stick. Back behind UAE, Adam Yates, they were making sure it was coming back together, but it wasn't enough to get Jonas Vingegaard up front. They finished 31 seconds behind, led by Julian Alaphilippe up front. Jonas Vingegaard, and if you saw him maybe tearing up on the podium, that's because he'd heard about the attack in Annecy, and he has a daughter himself, so he was pretty sad about what had happened. But a day of celebration nonetheless if you're looking at the classification and the results for Team Jumbo-Visma and Jonas Vingegaard as he tries to win the overall here as he goes on to the Tour de France where he wants to defend his title. And I spoke with Mikkel Berg after the stage and I said, does this just show he's at a level above everyone else? He's a different class of rider. And he said, yeah, you know, he's in that class with Remco Evenepoel and of course Tadej Pogacar, guys that aren't here at the race. But he's going to be meeting Berg's teammate at the Tour de France, Tadej Pogacar, and then we'll see how things go. But he's head and shoulders over the other rivals here, and as things look now in the GC, 110 minutes back is the Australian Ben O'Connor. Then we have Julian Alaphilippe and 126 back because Adam Yates from Team UAE Emirates. But it's a day of celebration. It was last year Jonas Vingegaard. He helped his teammate Primoz Roglic win the race overall. He won a stage himself and then went on to win the Tour de France. This year, won a stage, took the yellow jersey, got 3 more stages to go. He showed he's on good form as we head towards the Tour de France, a day of celebration for the super team Jumbo-Visma and for Jonas Vingegaard here, stage 5 of the Criterium du Dauphiné.